Hi everyone, my name is Sam and I make videos about OCD, epilepsy, my writing journey, and just basically my journey on becoming more mentally stable and healing from OCD and trying to educate people about epilepsy and about just in general mental illness and stuff. And today I'm gonna talk about epilepsy and what I see on YouTube. There are a lot of epileptologists and neurologists talking about the seizures medically speaking, like what it's like to have a seizure medically speaking. And honestly, there are people who even film their seizures and are comfortable sharing them on the internet, which I think is a very, very brave choice people make. Anyways, but what I think the internet lacks is just the talking about what happens after the seizure, because the seizure itself is bad enough, but the recovery from the seizure is just... And I mean, I have epilepsy and I've had like 3 seizures in my life, so basically I am a very mild epileptic person. Like, I have a very mild version of epilepsy. There are people who have seizures every day, and it's such a spectrum, and this is just my experience. Take it with a grain of salt. There are some people who might relate to my story. There are some people who might not, because there are different seizures. Like, there are like absence seizures, myoclonic seizures, tonic-clonic seizures, and like I said, it's a big spectrum. And I hope my experience might resonate to the people who have tonic-clonic seizures, because these are the seizures I've had. So in my life, I've had 3 seizures, and honestly, all of these seizures were so like life-changing. So the first seizure I've had 3 seizures in my life, as I've stated before, and I would like to share with you what it's like to have a seizure and to recover. So the first seizure I had, I was like 17 years old. I was like at a band rehearsal, and the rehearsal was ending, and I decided to meet up with my dad, because the following day I was planning to go to a metal concert. So basically I was like waiting near a grocery store for him to show up, because he promised me that he will give me the money for the tickets. And I remember like a cold January, I was like smoking a cigarette, and then next moment it's like just I pop into existence and I'm on the ground, and like the first thought was like, did I lay down on the ground? Like did I did I faint? Did I went down to the ground to sleep? Just completely inadequate thoughts. And there were people around me, and this lady was asking me these questions like, what's your name, how old are you? And I remember I was just so disoriented, and I couldn't speak, and I couldn't even formulate, like, I had words, but I couldn't put them into sentences, and it was just so disturbing. And I was counting my age with my fingers. It was so bad. And this lady told me that I've had an epileptic seizure, and I was like, no, I don't have epilepsy. No, this is wrong. I probably just fainted because I was at that point under 18. And then I was trying to, like, find my dad. I'm like, I need to find my dad. I need to find my dad. I need to find my dad. And these people, because there was this woman, and then there was this, like, other couple or something, and they were, like, trying to restrain me to, like, no, we can't let you go. You need to stay with us and stuff. And then the ambulance came, and I was 17 years old, and I didn't know if they were going to take me into the hospital or anything, and I am terrified of hospitals and stuff, so I was like, shit. And then my dad came, and he solved the problem. I didn't go to the hospital, and he basically told me, okay, I've had a friend with epilepsy. It's gonna be fine. You can live a normal, healthy, stable life. And the chance of you having a seizure again is, like, slim. Like next day or something. It's a slim chance and stuff. And at that point, I was still in denial that it was an epileptic seizure. I just thought, okay, I just fainted. And then, like, a couple years went by, and I didn't have any seizures. And well, there was this day at work. I was working in an insurance company as a manager, and there was this, like, training session. Like, it was like a training course of training, like multiple sessions. And this one session, everyone was stressed because the lady who was teaching all the stuff was very, very strict, and really was just not a very pleasant woman. And everyone was on edge, and I was on edge too. And I remember I had like 4 hours of sleep the night before that day. And one thing I remember, I was like listening to whatever she was saying. And then I remember I'm lying on the floor. A travel pillow is under my head, and people are saying you've had an epileptic seizure. And then the ambulance came, and at that point I was like 20, and I refused again the ambulance. Like, I refused to go to the hospital because I was just in such denial. Like, no, this can't be happening to me. It's other people's illness. Like, other people have epilepsy. I have enough problems. Like, I have OCD. I have depression. I struggle with EDs and stuff. And I mean, epilepsy. I mean, no, I can't have epilepsy. I was just tired, and I just fainted, whatever. But at that point, I was like, people were pressuring me to go to, like, doctors and try to figure out what the hell was happening to me, because, well, fainting or not, Yeah. And well, I basically went to a neurologist, and we did an encephalogram, EEG, where like they put like electrodes on your head and like monitor your brain activity for like half an hour or something. And I was waiting for the test results because it was like just general hospital, not specialized in epilepsy. There weren't any epileptologists or anything. It took a while for the neurologist to I guess look at the charts and stuff and like analyze it and stuff. And while I was waiting for the results, I had a third seizure, and it was near a shopping mall, and I was again really stressed because my computer was broken, and I just before the seizure I found out that it would like take me like 700 euros to like fix it and stuff, and I was just in such a bad, like I had a lot of anxiety and stuff, and I was like on the phone with my grandma and talking about it, and like, okay. And then maybe I had an aura, I don't know, because I just hung up the phone. I just said like, I'm tired or something. I don't know, but next thing I remember was that I was like lying on the pavement. There were people around me, and then I see an ambulance car rolling by, and then like fear. I'm in like fear mode, like actually fight or flight mode, because like when you're recovering from a seizure, you're basically like, it's just primal instincts, and you can't process things like rationally. And again, I was in such denial. And well, basically what happened is that I saw the paramedics and I ran away. And like I left all of my stuff, everything. I left my backpack with my phone and computer, and I just ran. And it was like a mile or something, and then I kind of like, because it took me like half an hour or something to do that, then I remembered, oh shit, where is my computer, where is my phone, where is my backpack? And I was like really freaking out. But then I kind of decided to like retrace my steps, and because I was near a shopping mall, I was well, first of all, I thought maybe I should go to the like Apple store, because my computer is a MacBook. So like if I signed in with my Apple ID or whatever it's called, I could like locate it and stuff. But then kind of dawned on me that first I should check the information desk, and thank goodness the people who found me and took care of me left my things in the information desk. And well, they didn't rob me or didn't do anything bad. And again, these 3 times I was very lucky that people took care of me, because there are a lot of myths about epilepsy. People I know people who think you should put like a metal spoon into their mouth so they don't bite off their tongue and stuff, which is completely wrong. You shouldn't do that, because like you could shatter the teeth. And it's just, yeah. And again, then I got the diagnosis. And I guess I was like on and off with meds and stuff, but I was like still in such denial. Like it's like, yeah, I have epilepsy, but I don't have epilepsy. It's just denial. And it took me a while, but then I saw a seizure in real life happen. Like, a girl had a seizure right in front of me, and it was like really, really hard to look at, because as she was seizing and convulsing, I just imagined myself in that situation. Like, I just imagined myself seizing, and it was like terrifying for me. And I saw how other people reacted, because like it wasn't a therapy session, it was in a group therapy session. Like a perfect place to have a seizure in. Like some people couldn't even look, and there was this woman who literally covered her eyes and ears because she couldn't see and couldn't hear the, like, everything happening, because it was so disturbing to her, which is, in my opinion, part of me thinks, well, it's okay, seizures can look terrifying, but also it's like kind of offends me, and honestly. So yeah, but yeah, I can see how like the sounds and the like the visuals combined can really look terrifying. And then this girl who had the seizure, because for context, she had been like seizure free for like 2 years or something, because she had an operation. So it was like her epilepsy came back, and she was really struggling to wake up. She was like in and out, and we literally had to call the paramedics, because in the half an hour she was like in and out of consciousness, and when she was awake she was like screaming like her, like something hurts her and stuff, and we just like, something is hurting, like I'm in pain and stuff, and we had to call an ambulance. And that kind of experience was like a reality check for me, because that could have been me. Because like my triggers are stress, lack of sleep, and undereating, like low blood sugar levels. Honestly, it was terrifying, but very eye-opening. And now I have accepted the fact that I have epilepsy. I have accepted the fact that there are things that I can't do. Like, I can't take baths by myself because I can have a seizure and drown. I need to take meds every day, twice a day, to not have seizures. And I need to like wait a certain time and be seizure free for like a year to even try to get a driver's license, which is a thing I really wanted to do for a while. So yeah, that's my experience. Other people might have different experiences. Some people have only like absent seizures, which are just like a few seconds of losing consciousness. Some people have focal seizures, which are like where they don't lose consciousness but do weird things. Some people have myoclonic seizures and stuff. And I think I will make a video about how to actually react to a seizure happening, and how to like what to do when the seizure happens. But it's gonna be a separate video because this is already a long video. So yeah, I really hope that if you watched this till the end, that it was informative and maybe resonated with you in any way. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with the next video. And if you like this video, you can like it. If you like my channel, you can subscribe and ring the bell and everything. And bye bye.